How are you feeling?
I'm thinking about this quote right now. It says, "Pleasure isn't happiness. Victory is." So I'm very happy, and yeah, I'm happy. I'm in a good place right now.
Did you feel the heat of the crowd, of the atmosphere in there?
I was very tranquil. You know, throughout the day, throughout the week, I've been just focused in my room, just staying focused on the task at hand. And you know, I took a nap earlier, and as soon as I woke up, everything just felt natural. I felt like I was at the place where I needed to be. When I got here, everything felt great. Got a nice little warm up, and I was very calm, almost too calm, but it was perfect.
Thank you.
17-month layoff, and then changes of opponents. Was there any worry that this fight might not happen for you in terms of finding the opponent, and how pleased are you that you got the opportunity?
Well, it wasn't the layoff. I'm a worker. I'm a worker, so I had no layoff. You know, I was training 3 camps back to back. You know, I got injured, so I just kind of ran myself into the ground. But I kind of picked myself up, did what I needed to do, got the right people around me, and I wasn't worried that I wasn't getting an opponent. I was very confident that UFC was going to find somebody. You know, I've seen worse circumstances, but you know, I had my doubts here and there, but I just, like, again, I stayed focused on myself and my preparation, and got somebody. So,
what are your thoughts on ring rust? Does it exist? Did you feel any in there at all, or did it feel like you had never left?
No, like I said, it felt natural. There was no ring rust. I haven't been off. I've been working, so yeah, no, not at all. No ring rust.
Russell obviously took this fight on short notice. Typically 4 losses in a row in the UFC would get you released. Do you think the fact that he took this fight with you, moved up a weight class, they should keep him around and give him another opportunity?
For sure. I mean, you know, he did take this fight on short notice, but he's a professional. This is his job, and this is everybody's job, so they should take it serious. They should stay ready. You know, nobody should have any excuses. Once you take that fight and sign that contract and say that you're gonna, you know, the ref asks you, are you ready? And you say you are. So after the fight, there's no excuses. But you know, he stepped up. A lot of other guys took the fight and then backed out right away. So big ups to him. You know, he showed up and did great.
What were you saying outside the cage? It was kind of hard to see from the broadcast, like television perspective. But I don't know, like you went over and you were clearly talking to someone outside. Just explain everything that happened post-fight.
Post-fight,
Face forward a little bit, yeah, thank you.
Post-fight, I went over to Dana. I told him, give me some chicken. It's my mom's 50th birthday, just passed. So I just told him back in July last year, when Mendez fought McGregor, before that fight, I went up to Dana and I shook his hands with him. I told him, hey Dana, I'm the one. I'm gonna be your champ. And he didn't remember, but I reminded him of that today.
How far away are you from the belt?
Doesn't matter. I'm building a big foundation. Skyscrapers take time, so I'm just going with the flow.
Mirsad, you mentioned your mother there. Obviously your backstory is well documented. Do you think about family a lot of these times?
Oh yeah, I mean, I moved away from my mother and my family when I was about 18 to train full time, and I've been training full time since. And then I moved to Florida, and I'm usually in Florida a lot. And before I got injured, I was kind of in a lonely spot, in a dark place. My desire to win kind of just took over control, and I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was just so focused on my fight with Kawajiri coming up at that moment. I kind of ran myself into the ground, and then once I got that injury, I had a chance to step back and really appreciate all the other things in my life, and go home and just miss the part of shaving and things like that. Just kind of reminded me of when I first started, how hungry I was and why I did this. So I wasn't worried about anything. I was just I remembered why I did this, and yeah, that's that. I've been a fighter all my life, so this is it for me.
What fight makes sense for you next? Do you think that Kawajiri fight, go back to that? Arnold Allen, there's you've had a few fights set up that have fallen through. Do you want to go back to any of those, or someone new?
Well, Kawajiri, I believe, lost his last fight, so there's no interest in me for that. As far as Arnold goes, I mean, he's irrelevant right now. Doesn't matter, so yeah.
Is there some heat there? Why do you say it's irrelevant?
We fought. We were supposed to fight, and he didn't fight. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. So that.
What do you think about McGregor and Alvarez coming up at UFC 205, Mirsad?
Man, I think it's a great fight. You know, I like McGregor. You know, he's doing his thing right now, and Alvarez is he's a gangster. You know, he's been holding it down. You know, he's a former Bellator champ. He's been around a long time, and he's a UFC champ now. He beat Dos Anjos, which is a tough guy, and I think I'm very excited to see that fight. You know, they have different styles. They both have different strengths, so I'm excited to see how it plays out.
You're going to fight McGregor at some point?
If he's there, I mean, I'm.
You think he might be gone then by the time you get there?
I'm not sure what his plans are, but I mean, he fought once for the featherweight belt, won it, and it's been a long time. He probably hasn't defended it. I mean, I don't even know how long he's fought at featherweight, so I mean, I'm not even thinking about him. And if he's
but
there,
would you beat him now?
Huh?
Would you
I'll beat
beat
anybody
him
right now?
You beat him.
I'll beat anybody.
Follow on from that, the word prospect has been used against your name. Are you past it? Is it time to be past that?
Yeah, it's definitely time to be past prospect. I mean, I've been prospect since I was like 4-0 as a pro, and when I was an amateur, 9-0 as an amateur. You know,
We're looking at a contender.
Yeah, I was 23. I was a prospect, so yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself.
Is it somewhat frustrating though you haven't been able to, get those ranked opponents because of the injuries? Looking back on it now, obviously during the week you were going to say that.
No, it hasn't been frustrating at all. I mean, like I said, I mean, everybody has to build up. You know, everybody has to, earn their spot, and I think a lot of people forget that. And I'll fight top 10 guys when I get top 10 money, and I want top 10 money as well. So things got to make sense. And again, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. Whatever they give me, calling out has never worked out for me. So whoever they asked me to fight, I've said yes to. I've never backed out about anything. So I'm just gonna stay ready. And
Sticking him there a few months ago, that you've been sitting back and observing the division. You look at Conor and Eddie. Who would you pick in that fight?
He asked me that already, but with Conor and Eddie, there's nobody that I could pick from. It's just a great fight. I look forward to seeing. They both have great strengths. It seems like somebody's weakness is another one's strength. His weakness is his strength. So I'm just excited to see the fight.
You mentioned you want top 10 money, but that big layoff, how does the fighter support himself?
Man, through good people. My team, American Top Team, my family, my cousin, Dan Lambert, they really believed in me. They stood up and helped me, and I killed the dead weight out of my life, and I realized how fortunate I am to be in the position that I am with the people I have, and just a great opportunity America has given me and the UFC. So I'm just grateful for everybody in my life, and I'm grateful for this moment. And
is that why you're so adamant about putting your request out there for a bonus? I'm assuming that's what you meant by the chicken.
I feel like I've earned it. I felt like my last fight in Brazil, with my TKO victory over Lucas Martins. The first round was complete domination. The second round was, TKO. Knockout. It was dead silence in the crowd. And so I felt like I earned it there, and I felt like I earned it today. Submission. I don't know.
Tough competition, 5 submissions in a row.
I'll go back and fight somebody for it. I don't care. I was kind of worried about Dan Hendo and Hendo and Bisping. I was like, man, I don't want to fight these guys, but I'm ready to go back in there if I have to fight for that bonus.